for. Spend a 30, give a man, bro. Dress it up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash. Got a rubber pound up a gas. Switch the lanes in the Grand Rapids.
Guard forward. No 16, no 17, no 18. Oh, 14, 14. Oh, I'm tripping. My guy, Dars. My fault, Dars. Number 14, 𝒮𝒶𝓁𝓀 Perez, guard forward. Okay, and I think that's going to take me to number 20 with Justin Baxter, forward center, and then 23, last but not least, Mr. Jaden Cancelo. Oh, and then you have Kai. What number is Kai? My fault, Kai. I want to say like 6. No, Tyler's 6. I think Kai is like 12. Anywho, so with this, you're gonna get like typical like little broadcasting, little mini broadcast. You're gonna get some interviews here and there from who's hot at halftime and the coaches, and then some post game interview from also the head coach, or well, one of the coaches on the coaching staff, and then probably either the player that was hot also at halftime, or whoever kind of just picked it up in the second half and overall had a more, what's the word I want to use, substantial performance than the guy that was hot at halftime. So I was able to pull Coach Lynch and Justin for some halftime interviews. Now, some of these you're going to see where it depends on like the timing, where it's just going to be audio only of these interviews, or if I can grab them in person, then you will see an actual, a video recording of the interview. So I grabbed Coach Lynch at halftime, and I asked him. So I said, Justin had 10 points at half. What do you prioritize, knowing that the other team is going to pick up on that, but also to keep him as aggressive as involved in the offense as well? Take a listen to what he had to say. So then again, I asked him, what adjustments are you going to make personally to... Wait, hold on. What adjustments are you going to make personally hitting in the second half? See what he had to say. So then afterward, I was able to pull Justin for a couple of questions. And well, technically, he, out of respect, didn't want his voice to be muffled or anything because he was kind of still under the weather. So what I told him what I would do was just, to quote him. So I'm gonna split it 1 and 1. Yeah, so yeah, he is right. So I asked him, I said, you had 10 points at half. Did you approach the game with aggressiveness, or did it just naturally happen that way? His response was, I would say I approached that game aggressively because something I've started to live by is play every game like it's your last, which, by all accounts, is not bad at all. You should be doing that because you don't know when the last time you're going to pick up a basketball. And, when that ball drops, or when that ball stops bouncing, it's pretty much it. So, great thing for him to say, obviously. Now let's kind of crack into this second half, where we're going to be reacting to the first 5 minutes of the half and then the last 5. So I think we went into halftime up 45-38. Okay, so just, obviously keep that in mind as we get things rolling here in the second half. Obviously, we won the tip, so they get possession to start of the second half. Okay, Kai brings it down, kicks it out in the corner to Jay. Patience, kicks it back to Makai. Good thing for Isaac though, because Isaac is a shooter. So for him to kind of pass up his open corner look to give it out to McCown on the wing for probably not a higher percentage shot. It's actually a great attribute that he has, and Isaac's just such a great individual and a great player because that's hard to do when you know you're a shooter. So what else having faith in your teammates, and like I said, we got shooters top to bottom. So I'm not mad at all. I know Makai can knock that down. So okay, good defense being played by the guys. Oh, sorry, excuse this little conversation we got going on mid stand. All right, that's gonna kick it to Makai, setting up the offense. Ah, a little too much on it. Turnover. Where did C White come from? I didn't. Where did C White come from? Anywho, bad directly scheduled programming. Turnover on us. Their ball. I guess it looks like up to this point, we're up. Looks like 45, 44. So as you can tell, this is when they kind of start to pick it up. Oh, and is that good? Oh, he dumped it down, I think. Or it might have rimmed out. Yeah, okay. That's the thing with Coach Lynch though. Like he's a very opportunistic person. It's like he gives everybody the opportunity to go out there and shine. And, well, I don't want to spoil one of his answers for one of the questions, but you know he really plays his guys. Nobody's really gonna just sit. And that's a unique thing. You talk about basketball, the average rotation that you're gonna probably put out on a nightly basis is probably 7 to 9 people, and coach plays all 12 occasionally. Frequently. So very unique style, and I mean it's working. We're winning with it. I think up until this point, we are currently. I think we dropped 2 in a row. So I think at this point we're 12 and 10. I want to say. Sorry, we'll be back at it tomorrow and Sunday. Yeah, tomorrow and Sunday. Get a chance to kind of redeem ourselves. You can lose 2, but you can also gain 2 right back. So what we look to do. Actually, that was a good luck charm at home because the first was it 8 games that I called, we won. So and then I think we lost that first home game to Brunswick. Which I feel like I could have brought more into that game, knowing how big it was. Cause I was just excited for that game, and I wanted to bring more for that. But I had some what I want to call it, job interview or not job interview, job issues, kind of like mid mid game. So that kind of threw me my whole mood up and everything, and I really wasn't able to give it up my 100% the rest of the game. But things are good now. We each other. All right, so doing the corner, this is a 3. Leroy's back in. Leroy and Doris. Not gonna lie though, I will say this, and it's just like I said, we got shooters top to bottom, so you're not gonna see anybody not pull a 3 and shoot around. But I'm not gonna lie, when Leroy pulled that 3, that's probably the most shocking moment of all season. Was not expecting that, especially at a close game like this. especially when I can see we up by 30. That's the typical thing. But to be this close, I mean, you got 50 yourself. Nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to always bet on yourself. But it was so funny because I know for a fact like that was just that rough would have been some further. So now I'm just like now I'm at the scores table, so like I can see obviously I'm really close to both benches. And I'm just looking over there, looking at coach. I'm like, all right, watch coach, watch coach flip out. And then with it long, right after he shot it, he kind of tilted his head down. I already knew what that was. That meant he was coming out. So, um, yeah, a bit of a little funny moment there, but it's all love, me and Leroy. That's my guy. But that was a funny moment. All right, Kyle's gonna kick it out to Jaden. Oh, good bucket. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Like I told y'all, 3 and D, and that's off the come around. That's off the not off the dribble per se, but catch and shoot type thing. Good D by Justin. Okay, about to wrap up this little first part of the second half. So it's like up until this point now, they have gained the lead. I believe they're up. Looks like 48-52. To make it 48-53 at the line. And Kai brings it on back down. JC could have put another one. He could have put another one, man. But, never really made the extra pass, so never could be mad at that. Looks like Isaac is going to rebound. I'm sorry, not rebound, inbound. Look who it is, no further than Makai. Like I said, man, be that smart and tap the basket that hard. And he came down kind of hard on that play. You can tell Isaac running from at the sideline to go check on him, go get him. I don't know who I could compare Makai to. I mean, smaller guard that is like good defender. You know what? Kyle Lowry might not be a bad comparison. Prime Kyle Lowry, of course, not Kyle Lowry that we see now. Toronto Raptor, Kyle Lowry. Oh, good move. Beautiful move, Makai. That's crazy. They sold the clip. Then they call it a walk on Makai. Traveling violation. Okay, yeah, so that was the first part of that. Now let's dive into the last 5 minutes of the game. So with about 5:45 left, game is tied at 66. Which is crazy. They still scored a whole bunch in 5 minutes. But in basketball, I'm telling y'all, like in basketball, 3 seconds is a whole lot of time. You would be surprised what can happen in 3 seconds of basketball. Never forget, Tracy McGrady scored, what was it, 13 in 8 seconds? Or was it 8 and 13? Something like that. Okay, Darcy kicks it inside the JB. Are they quadruple teaming JB? Saw 4 black jerseys around JB. But I mean, hey, when you have the hot hand, that just happened. Like I asked Coach during halftime, like how do you keep him as aggressive, knowing that exact thing that just happened is going to happen now that he's coming into the second half with 10 points. JB knocks it down. Okay, game tied at 67. 5.5 minutes to go. I want to see if I can figure out the moment where things just kind of like went left, like when it. I'm pretty sure I'll find it though, 'cause I don't vividly remember when things kind of went downhill, but I'm sure I'll find it within this clip. Okay. And they take a 2-point lead. Yeah, Isaac was a little hesitant to shoot that ball, but it happens. It happens. So just fire it off as soon as you got it. Okay. J-Kirk with the steal, takes it inside, lays it in. Yeah, man. You know, such a great group of guys. I mean, everybody is on one accord. You go in the locker room with nothing but smiles and laughs and nothing but a good time. Truly are a, conjoined unit. Oh yeah, look at that fiery play. J-Kirk gets the charging call, and he was fired up after that play. Actually, I may insert a picture because I actually noticed one on the internet that was posted on Instagram. I think I might have actually posted on my story. Of a picture of him right after that play on the ground, just roaring. I might put that in there because he was that got him hype after that play, which is good to see. You know, we don't find much people anymore that just love taking part on the defensive end, and exactly what he did. All right, so it's like we're up 71-69. A little bit over 4 minutes to go. Great D, Doris. Yeah, Doris. How about? Looks like that one's on Jay. I don't know. It was 3 white jerseys there, but then they gave that one to Jay. But no, not. But to also add, we also have great defenders as well. We have a lot of two-way like guys. Obviously, JC plays great defense. Nev, Jay, like I said, Makai, Finn, Leroy. Who am I missing? Darcy. Darcy can lock some stuff up. Okay, gonna take it around. So at this point now, coach is running. It's like what, 4 guards? Yeah, this is a really small ball. It's like the way this is set up, Jay's at the 4, and Darcy's at the 3. And I guess Makai at the 1, and then J-Kirk at the 2. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the J-Kirk Makai backcourt tandem. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty dope. Actually, I'm no coach. I'm just an analyst here, but I actually have a starting 5 that I would picture that I would like to have on the court. But obviously, Coach knows way more than I do. So, which I think the one that I'm thinking about, he's actually had out there a couple of games, but I guess obviously wasn't as successful as the one that he's obviously put out outside of the starting lineup. All right, Darcy's gonna come around in the corner. J-Kirk on the ISO. Gives it to Jay. Jay takes it in, loses his footing. Darcy's gonna take it inside, pass it over to yes, sir. Beautiful play. That was good ball movement. Good ball movement. Gotta make the extra pass. gotta finish those, Isaac. And one. Yep. So now at this point, they can potentially go up 3. Okay, maybe that might have been the point where things went left. Isaac kind of misses that shot, and then we give up the and one on the opposite side. So now they look to make it a 3-point lead. And well, yep. As you can see, things are just not falling apart. And they're up by 4. Approximately 2.25 minutes, 2.25 minutes to go. Down by 4, 77-33. And it's our ball. It's our ball. It definitely might be that we called a timeout here. Coach gotta kind of stop the bleeding for a second, give everybody a breather, and kind of just give everyone a chance to regroup. Okay, so it looks like they have rolled back out this. No, actually, no. Still not all starters in because Grayson, and Darcy are in here. So still missing Nev and Guy. J for 3. Can't get it to go. That would have been a huge bucket, though. Gotta love the confidence for him to take that shot at a crucial point in the game like that. But like I said, gotta bet on yourself and believe in yourself and have faith. All right. What do we have? Another foul. And I think probably at this point both teams are in the bonus, so they're going to go to the line. So now they have the potential to make this a 6-point game and go up 79-82. I'm sorry, 79-73. Makes the first one. That is number 11 for SMC. Yeah, it just seems like from that point on, we just like falling downhill. I think we're just going down here, falling apart. But you gotta have a sled of memory. You gotta, just kind of move on to the next play and shake it off. It's like a foul on 14 for the Cougars. G. Kirk gonna head to the line. Try to make this a 5-point game, 4-point game. That's the first one down. It's like Coach finna sub Leroy for some size. I missed the second one. If he had the man, missed that one, if we get the ball back, that would have been a huge turnaround in this point of the game. Okay, so now we're down by 5. Yep, about a minute to go. All right, so G Kirk's going inbound. Looks like he's calling a play. I don't think that means stack. Yep. See how he kind of stacked his hands on top of each other. Lay it in, Isaac. There we go. Good bucket. Let's go, G Kirk redemption. Kind of missed a shot. The spread things going downhill, and then you make up for it. Very crucial moment in the game. Makes it a 3-point game. Looks like they said about 40 seconds to go. I think we called this timeout also. Yeah, 48.2 seconds to go. It's like JC's gonna check in. Leroy. So we got JC, Leroy, Dars, I think Isaac and Grayson. Which I'm assuming is his defensive lineup. Kind of like if y'all know the deep roots of 2K, you have like the starters, then the bench, you have a defensive unit, 3-point, all that. Yeah, it's definitely defense because I haven't seen much of Leroy and Justin on the court together. It's either one or the other. I thought Buddy's about to pull some JJ Redick stuff. Pump fake, side step 3. Misses the jumper. All right, so now we're down by 3. Oh, I thought they turned it over, but they retained possession. As you can see, Darcy's a bit upset because he believes it's our ball, which I think it is too, but refs are human, they make mistakes. Yeah, Leroy. Oh yeah. Isaac tipped it, but you couldn't get it. Yep. So now they're gonna look to go up. What's that? 80, 76. 14 seconds left. That is number 2 or 12. Yeah, 12 for SMC. Knocks the first one down, making it a 4-point lead. 80 is 76. Okay, 76-81, down by 5, 14 seconds left. if it was a clock issue or what. Yeah, I think it was a clock issue. As you can see, it reset it to 4 minutes, whatever. Anyway, 15 seconds left. Added an extra little second on the clock for us. All right, and then Kirk's gonna go to the line to make it a 3-point game. Knocks the first one down. All right, so 78-81 with 8.5 seconds to go. See, like I told y'all, we've been here quite a while, right? Just in the last 2 minutes. A lot that happens in a short period of time in basketball. Like I said, 3 seconds is a lot of time. Especially when it's this close, it seems like even longer. All right, let's see how these last 8.5 seconds unfold. SMC's ball. It's like Leroy's gonna take the foul. Down 78-81. 7 seconds to go. This is number 11 for SMC. Misses the first one, but still has a chance to make it a two-score game. Well, disregarding that and one for a 4-point play, but and he knocks down the second one. Now they go up 82-78, making it a 2-possession game. Down by 4, 7 seconds left still. And so, yep, that'll do it. We failed 82-78 to the Spartanburg Methodist College Cougars. Devastating loss. Definitely not the way I want to kick off the pod. Not the pod, but the pod series with the loss. So we got to string some wins together to kind of roll the tide there. But, oh, well, that's the end of that. Now, as far as post-game interviews went, pulled Coach Lynch again and asked him. First question was, in a brief summary, what was the message to the guys at halftime as you were leading SMC 45-38? Here's what he said. So then I asked, what is your message to the guys on your team that are What is the message to your guys on your team that are struggling within a particular game to keep them level-headed and to ultimately stick to their craft? Here's what he had to say. And then lastly, I asked him, how do you approach letting players be themselves while also sticking to a game plan that you have manually implemented? Here's what he had to say. And so then I was able to chop it up with JB after the game. And then I simply asked him one question being, what was your mindset going into the second half, considering you had already had 10 points and your team was up by 7, leading 45-38 at half? His response was, my mindset going into the second half was to try and not to get ahead of myself because the game was not over, which is a very humble and kind of gracious attitude to have, because when you're that hot, you kind of want to play conservative but aggressive at the same time. You can say assertive, whatever. If you want to combine that word, it's actually a word. Anyway, put him to the side, got that from him. Yeah, I believe that is going to cap off the first episode of 𝒮𝒶𝓁𝓀 Saturdays, this limited series. Once again, I want to thank all y'all for the love and support. Keep supporting. Nothing but love from me. It's only going to be only going to go up from here and better content coming. So, yeah, that's it from me. Tune in to episode 2 next Saturday, so that I can give y'all videos on weekends now, because I hate leaving y'all for so long. Love this. Once again, thanks Coach Lynch, Coach Mo, and the guys, CY, the whole organization program, for giving me this opportunity and collaborating with me on this limited series. Without them, this would not be fully possible. So once again, thank you. Always remember, don't underestimate, appreciate. See y'all next time.
So my message to the team on any given night is, tonight might not be about you, but it will always be about us. When I took the job back in November of 2022, I set out to build a program and not just a team. And so with that, you'll see I play probably more guys than anybody else in Region 10. And there is a reason to that. We are a very young team. We've got 14 freshmen. Guys struggle on different days. Guys struggle for different reasons. Guys struggle against different opponents. This is a growing process for them. That's what, is so great about JUCO basketball. And so my goal is to just keep them focused. I have to kind of shuffle through my roster to find, hey, who are the guys that are in the building? Who are the guys that can help us, go secure the win? But on any given day when somebody doesn't play well, my advice to them is get back in the gym, keep working on your craft, and stay positive, because there's plenty of more opportunities ahead. As far as approaching the game and letting guys be themselves, I try to stick to things that I think concern winning. And so, what shoes they want to wear is up to them. If they have a chain on underneath their jersey and it doesn't bother the officials, it doesn't bother me. Hairstyles, facial hair, all that stuff, I'm letting them, they can go do them. I definitely have some non-negotiables of, you've got to share the ball. You've got to guard on the defensive end. You've got to be a great human being. You've got to be a great teammate. You've got to go to class. I want to win on and off the court. And so I just try and give freedom where it allows, but also hold these guys to a standard and make sure I'm always keeping them accountable.